that he wanted to show that he caught his wife with Chris Paul, whatever.
Recently?
Well, who knows, Lenore? We don't know.
Now, is he okay?
Twitter gave Ye the boot again. Elon Musk revealed the artist violated the rule against incitement to violence. It's unclear which tweet prompted Thursday's suspension, but hours before he shared an altered image of the Star of David with a swastika. That's later on down the line. I'm starting off with the nice stuff. Let's break one last window before we get out of here. I caught this guy with Kim. Ye tweeted with a picture of the NBA player, Chris Paul. Good night. First of all, Chris Paul has been married forever. Here it is. Chris Paul married his college girlfriend, Jada, in 2011, and they have 2 kids together. Yeah, here's the happy couple right there. College sweetheart.
Okay.
He married her in 2011.
Oh, righty. Okay. So they've been married,
for a long
10
time.
years?
It's college sweetheart.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
That's sweet.
Probably went to each other's houses during break. But first of all, who even knows if it's true? First of all, it came from Kanye.
That's what I'm saying. Everything he says. And then, too, isn't part of his illness paranoid?
Neither Kim nor Chris have responded to Ye's little spiel, but that hasn't stopped the internet from doing what it does. The reactions to the tweet are still rolling in as Friday, and people are cutting up and showing concern. This is going to be my thing. First of all, I will approach it from if it's true and if it's not true, right? If it's not true, Kanye's supposed to be a Christian. He's supposed to be love and God is love and all this other stuff. Why would you try to destroy a man's marriage with his college sweetheart with a lie?
I think we've all come to the conclusion that
it's not mental illness.
No, I think we're coming to the conclusion that we might as well just put Christianity on the shelf.
He's not a Christian. Yeah,
because there's so many issues.
I've been trying to help him, but he's as much of a Christian as the devil is.
Yeah,
because the devil knows the Bible.
The devil believes.
He understands the power of God.
He trembles at the name of Jesus.
He understands the power of God, and he knows he's accepted the fact that Jesus is God.
Mm-hmm. And he was there at the beginning with them.
He was there at the beginning.
All the angels and Lucifer.
But there's
beautiful as angels.
Nothing about him that looks godly. Even if you're not even a Christian.
But let me go back
even if you was Hindu or Muslim or anything, there's nothing godly about Kanye West.
Let's do this. Let's be fair. What is going on in his mental state?
I know, but that has nothing to do with it.
No, it does.
I'm talking about his mental illness has nothing to do with it.
No.
He's a narcissist.
No, aside from that, because we're going into now a spirit of possession, and that's not where he is. He's not possessed.
No.
So let's back up. He's not possessed.
He's a narcissist.
He still has control over what he can do and don't do and say and think. But I really think now I'm starting to think he's schizo.
I don't know what he is. The bottom line
is, you guys know what schizophrenic. What is schizophrenic? Do they go from one? Because some people. How do you explain people who really think they're more than one personality?
Yeah,
because that's kind of.
But even people, that's okay.
Something's not right.
Okay, hold on. Everybody relax and calm down.
Okay.
The bottom line is, I'm putting that on the shelf. I'm tired of saying Kanye West has mental issues and this, because what it's starting to do, honestly, and I'm not a person who suffers from bipolar or schizophrenia or something, but what it's starting to do is it's starting to give those mental illness conditions a bad name. It's starting to make people feel like if they do suffer from bipolar or schizophrenia or anything like that, that he makes it seem like this is how people act when they have these disorders, and it's not. All it does is it just magnifies whatever it is that you have anyway. So if you are a person that's a narcissist or a person that craves attention, which he was like that even when he was younger and his mom was alive. Kanye has always been like that. He's always been the one that has to be the one that craves attention, all of that.
I don't think he's just narcissist. I think he is the bipolar, schizophrenic is mixed in with.
I know. I'm saying that.
Schizophrenia is a severe and often deliberating brain and behavior disorder. It affects key systems in the brain and can alter how one thinks, feels, and acts.
I agree.
So I'm serious.
Okay, let's go with that. Because
he's not possessed.
Let's go, hold on.
Because he's not doing this to
himself.
All right,
so let's go with that.
Something's not right.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Okay.
He doesn't want treatment. He doesn't want any help. So when it becomes like that, just like I told you yesterday, the guy who murdered those 2 people and was chewing their face off, he's getting off because he was plead insanity.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of people doing that. So regardless of, let's say,
they shouldn't get off being pleading insanity, but they should be, like you're saying, punished for it.
Let's say we go with him having a mental disorder. The bottom line is it doesn't excuse his behavior and what he's doing.
Nobody's excusing that. Right. They talked about that on The View today, and Anna had to keep saying, Sunny, Joy, and all of the ladies, they had to keep telling Anna, we're not excusing his behavior, Anna. They was getting upset with her because it's almost like, okay, we're putting him in a category of something's not right with him.
Okay.
Does that mean we're excusing him?
All right, as long as we're doing
I'm kind of feeling like how Joy and Sunny and them feel like, what are you trying to say, Anna?
All right.
That we're saying, because he's crazy or he got a problem,
all
you
right,
guys.
Okay.
And I'm kind of, I see what the ladies on The View was like, Anna, what are you trying to say that's an excuse? We're giving him acting crazy like this and making comments.
Okay, as long as it's not an excuse,
I'm really fearful.
All right, let me read what everybody's saying. Stuff. All right, whatever.
Okay.
Wendy says
talking about him, he makes people upset. Come on, you guys. We talk about him so much, and it gets to a point where it's not funny anymore.
Kanye says he loves Hitler. Wendy says,
come on.
He's affected everybody's life. All right, here we go. Wendy says he needs to stop. He is disgracing the children and the mother. This is not going to end well. True says, I've been telling y'all he's not a Christian. It was for tax benefits. True says he could be a schizophrenic. True says, whatever he's going through is untreated at the moment.
Yes.
I guess I get so upset is because it's just, he's not doing what that guy did that murdered those people and chewing the person's face off.
We were expecting
but he's still affecting everybody's lives.
Jesus. You almost want him to be that crazy.
You almost want him to just do something to get locked up already.
Be eating on a doggy's leg or something.
Something where they can just be like, go away, and
his hair be sticking up, and you be like, oh, he's been gone over there.
He's those people you see on the street that have mental disorders and they bother you, but they not hurting you or nothing. But they just so irritating. They yell at everybody as they walk by or get in people's faces.
Do you think, you guys, that the main difference with him
is he's rich?
He's rich and famous. We see people on the street walking with their signs.
If he wasn't
doing
rich,
this, and we don't know who they are.
If he wasn't rich, he'd be okay. So maybe that's okay. So let's pull some positive out of this. Let's pull some positive out of this. Go ahead. He is putting a spotlight on this.
Yeah.
He's putting a spotlight on mental disorder and the difference between people who have money versus people who don't have money. The difference between people who seek help and the difference between people who don't seek help. The difference between people who have underlying issues, emotional issues that have nothing to do with their disorder. They may be just a prick in real life.
Right.
Versus someone who might be an actual really good person and who suffers from these things. So maybe that's the positive we'll bring out of it. Okay. Is he's putting a spotlight on this.
Because Anna was saying on The View, and she says what a lot of people do say, is this man so out of control that nobody can pull on his shirt?
He has money.
Nobody can, no friend, no relative, no auntie.
Remember the billionaire Howard Hughes? He had all that money. They couldn't do nothing. He locked himself in the room and he became like a lion. His hair grew, his nails grew.
He locked himself in a room.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, Kanye.
But this was not.
Lock yourself in a room.
But this was in the night when it wasn't now. Like the early
social media wasn't.
Yeah, this is social media. God. This is Elon Musk and Trump and all of it. It's like they have a platform.
And the sad thing about it is that the media follows him around for a story. All right. If all the platforms shut him down.
No, we like to see basket cases. We like traffic. We like to see a car crash. People like seeing that. They like seeing people demise. They like watching people deteriorate in front of them because that makes their lives better. Okay. Wendy says he's like Don the Con. When you hear his name, you say, "Oh God, what has he done now? This is not going to end well." Yeah. So let's finish with Chris Paul. Let's hurry up and get him off. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for him because if it's not true,
you're saying his could be a legend.
His whole life is now being turned upside down. His wife has to deal with this. All of this because Kanye decided that he wanted to say something. This man. Let's go with the fact that it is true. Okay. The same thing. Why does his wife deserve you to put something like that on Twitter and go to bed? Her whole life is turned upside down. She has kids. They've been college. They was married since they was in college. Now he has deals. He has his life. And you wasn't even with Kim. You haven't been with Kim for years.
I know. I don't know.
So what purpose does it have for you to tweet something like that?
To call his name out.
To cause an issue.
Mm-hmm. If it's not true, for sure.
Even if it is true. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, what's your goal here? You didn't say it at the time. That's my biggest issue with him. He didn't say anything about Balenciaga when he was with them. He didn't say anything about Adidas when he was with them. Then when they kick you to the curb, they don't want you anymore. Now you want to say something. We
gotta understand again. He's been consistent with crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys.
If you caught Chris
Paul, be in the way in that crazy.
If you caught Chris Paul with your wife, you should have said something then. Man, why are you saying something now?
Because he's a say it later person.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's so irritating.
And he says it probably as he thinks about it. Oh, it's bothering him.
But what's the purpose? If you caught him with your wife and you said something then everybody would understand. Mm-hmm. They would be like, "Oh my God, Friday I walked in and Chris was with my wife and I can't believe this and this is he's ruining my marriage." Then everybody understands it. We all know this didn't just happen. If it did happen. Mm-hmm. So why these two people going on with their lives? He's probably whatever, if he told his wife, if it happened, if not, they've moved on. Now they got to relive all this again because you deciding that you want to go to bed and announce something.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. And that takes us to the next thing. Which even makes, when I tell you this, it makes this even worse. About this whole thing. It makes it even worse.
Okay.
Lisa says he's just not right. When True says when Drake and Kanye were going at it and posted a picture with his friends, they all had on Chris Paul jerseys.
What's the next? What else has he
done?
Y'all, this is a saga.
True says, however, Kanye needs to measure up. We need to ignore him for now. He knows the power of social currency.
Don't you guys wish that, you know how we watch movies?
Yeah.
And we get into fantasy world. We see a character like you watched, what's the guy that did the drugs in his basement?
Yeah.
Those kind of movies. And you're like, wow, I can escape.
The sad thing about it is this real life.
This is real.
It's not fake.
This is a real life.
But let's go to why this is even this Chris Paul story is even made worse.
Go ahead.
Kanye reveals he owes $50 million in taxes. The rapper said he's obviously not the most financially literate person on the